I'm Alan Sadaloff, CEO of the Michael Ann Russell Jewish Community Center. On behalf of the Board of Directors and staff at the Michael Ann Russell JCC, I'd like to welcome you to this year's 39th Annual Maccabi Games. I want to thank our sponsors, Safra National Bank of New York and Public Supermarket Charities, for their generous gift to support our Maccabi Games this year during this most unusual and trying time. A special thank you to our Maccabi co-chairs, Helen Beda, Ruli Moskovitz, and David Ganoon, and to our team captains. I want to thank you all so much for your help with our games this year as we pivoted and reimagined something appropriate given these unprecedented times. And to you, our athletes, weekend warriors, and new this year, our gamers. I'd like to thank you for your support and participation in this year's games. At the end of last year's games, ideas were already being generated to continue our tradition to continually improve upon this amazing event. And along came COVID-19. Planning an event such as this with a pandemic upon us did not stop us as we reimagined the possibilities. Our belief in community and finding ways to bring us all together cannot be stopped. Thank you for being with us this year, both virtually and in person. A happy 39th Games to everyone.
2020 has been a difficult year for all of us, and we at the J. Safra Group believe that now, more than ever, is the time for us to reflect on the people, the community, and the relationships that are important to us.
As members of the Ventura community and long-standing and successful partners of the Michael and Russell Jewish Community Center, we pledge our support for the newly reimagined 39th Annual Maccabi Games.
On behalf of the Joseph Safra family, we are honored to be part of this incredible partnership that sustains and supports the well-being of our Aventura community, especially during those challenging times. Look forward to a wonderful new season.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous
marinera.
Igual que el anticucho, mi chincún callao y la chicha de jora.
Porque yo soy peruano y que de eso no tengo duda, no.
Cuando me encuentro uno yo le doy la mano y abrazón de hermano.
Yo me siento peruano. America.
It's a high school prom, it's a Springsteen song, it's a ride in a Chevrolet. It's a man on the moon and fireflies in June and kids selling lemonade. It's cities and farms, it's open arms, one nation under God. It's America. Later on when I got home, I flipped the TV on. I saw a little
Despertaré rumbo a la pastora, contemplando la montaña que decora mi ciudad, llevando matices de la buena aurora, con la fauna y con la flora de un antaño sin igual. Y sabe Dios, los pintores, las paletas, cuánta pluma de poeta, cuántos ojos se encontraron un momento de solar. Y digo yo, vas regalándole al día, carga de buena energía, vas haciendo
קח אותו לאט את הזמן, העולם עוד יחכה בחוץ. קח עוד שאיפה מן הזמן, 2 דקות לפני ההתפכחות.
להתמקל הלב המתפרע, לדמיון המתפקע, לאושר הנוגע בעומק הכאב. אתה עוד תגלה את העולם, אם תרצה או לא תרצה, יש עוד זמן להשתנות מן הקצה לקצה. אם האהבה כאבה לך אתמול, אולי מחר היא לא תהיה.
אם אותן דמעות זולגות בלי קול, בסופן אולי חיוך רחב.
להתמכר ללב המתפרע, לדמיון המתפקע, לאושר הנוגע בעומק הכאב. אתה עוד תגלה את העולם, אם תרצה או לא תרצה, יש עוד זמן להשתנות מן הקצה לקצה. אם תרצה או לא תרצה, יש עוד זמן להשתנות מן הקצה לקצה. אתה עוד תגלה את העולם, אם תרצה או לא תרצה, יש עוד זמן להשתנות מן הקצה לקצה. אתה עוד תגלה את העולם, אם תרצה או לא תרצה, יש עוד זמן להשתנות מן הקצה לקצה. את הזמן, העולם עוד יחכה בחוץ. קח עוד שאיפה מן הזמן, 2 דקות לפני ההתפכחות. להתמקד הלב המתפרע, לדמיון המתפקע,
מחכה, אתה עוד תגלה את העולם. אם תרצה או לא תרצה, יש עוד זמן להשתנות. מן הקצה לקצה, אתה עוד תגלה את העולם. אם תרצה או לא תרצה, יש עוד זמן להשתנות. מן הקצה אל הקצה.
My name is Helen Peda, co-chair of the Maccabi Games, along with Ruli Moskowitz and David Genun. Every year, we light the torch of the Maccabi Games. This reminds us of one of the most beautiful values of our community, from generation to generation, the door by door. We have been lighting the torch for the last 38 years, and this time we wanted to honor the family of Sholem Ben Shimol Zichrono Livraha, a junior athlete of the Maccabi Game who was very proud to be a Jew. He was also an exceptional athlete. Today, Sholem's family will light the torch accompanied by junior athletes and friends of Sholem. Sholem Dover Ben Shimol Zichrono Livraha was born in Cali, Colombia, to parents Yossi and Deborah Ben Shimol in 2002. His passion for soccer began at the age of 1. At age 5, Sholem's family moved to Miami. He had already started to develop strong Jewish values and strong soccer skills. He wore his kippah to every game he played. Once during a game, he was running after the ball and his kippah fell off. Instead of continuing to play, he stopped to pick up his kippah and put it back on. His kippah was starting to become a symbol of his identity. Soon after, Sholem's parents got offered a new position as community leaders in Guatemala. Sholem was seen as different in his new school. He was the only one that wore a kippah. Sholem asked his mother if he could remove his kippah while playing soccer. He was the only one to use it on his team and he wanted to fit in. She presented him with a photo of soccer star David Beckham wearing a kippah at his Jewish maternal grandfather's funeral. Sholem immediately put his kippah on and said, "If David Beckham is proud to wear a kippah, I am too." He never took it off again. 3 years later, back in Miami, Sholem's father was offered the position of rabbi for the Beit Rambam congregation. Sholem enrolled in the Sheikh Hillel school. Here, wearing a kippah was normal and games were not played on Saturday. He felt right at home. Sholem played left back and wore the number 3 jersey. He was known for his brave heart, ability to lift his team up, and the stamina to fight for every ball. He was fast, agile, and always there for his teammates on and off the field. During the pandemic, Sholem's focus was to excel in his leadership and soccer skills. His friends always are telling stories that bring smiles to all that listen. He was honest, open, curious, vulnerable, and a good friend. Shimon family members. It is a real honor for me and all of us to be here honoring the memory of your son Sholem. I do not know if those here realize the very deep connection this family had and continues to have with Simon Beira Zichrono Livracha. It is therefore most appropriate that your family receives the 3rd Simon Beira Light of the Game Awards. Simon was a mensch. He was a great husband, father, sibling, grandfather, cousin, and friend, and most definitely a friend of the Maccabi games and Hebraika. Simon was a torchbearer 3 years ago. His support and generosity helped propel the Maccabi games to what they are today. These same attributes drove him to his love of the Beit Rambam congregation. It is most appropriate that we present you, the Ben Shimol family, on behalf of the Beira family, the 3rd annual Simon Beira Light of the Games Award.
In the name of all competitors,
we promise that we shall take part in these Maccabi games,
respecting and abiding the rules that govern them,
in the true spirit of sportsmanship,
and the honor of our teams.
פתאום קם אדם בבוקר הוא מרגיש כי הוא עם, הוא מתחיל ללכת מול כל הנפגש בדרכו קורא ושלום. פתאום קם אדם בבוקר הוא מרגיש כי הוא עם, הוא מתחיל ללכת מול כל הנפגש בדרכו קורא ושלום. בלילה, לא אצחק ביום, לכוכב למעלה, לא אומר שלום.
צעירה עודני,
לא ציירתי פרח, עוד לא גיליתי איך תוביל אותי הדרך ולאן אני הולך.
עוד לא אהבתי די, הרוח והשמש עד בעיניי. עוד לא אמרתי די, אם לא עכשיו ומתי. מחר שהצבא ישוק מדיו לי בין יעבור לדור. מחר כל איש יבנה בשתי ידיו את מה שהוא חלם היום. כל זה אינו משל ולא חלום, זה נכון כאור בצהריים. כל זה יבוא מחר אם לא היום, ואם לא מחר, ואם עוד לא מחר, ואם עוד לא מחר, אז מחרתיים,
ידענו ימים טובים מאלה, החדשות היו קטנות והיום הם גדלו וזה לא פלא. אתה בעניינים ואין לך לאן לפנות, יד ביד הולכים בטיילת משנים נושא. חשוב יותר להיות שפוי ולא לדעת מה קורה.
איי 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 העולם סמך